Hey, hello, good afternoon. Greetings from Singapore. I hope you're all good and well in every part of the world. Okay, I really appreciate you being here today. So for those who are first time with Frequency Network and with me, can you type 111 into the chat? And if you are a friend who have not yet used either Healy or MagHealy, all right, so you can type 222 into the chat so that I roughly know who are in our audience today. All right. Okay. So, yeah, it's good. Hi, Karen. Okay, so the Healy World provided this platform for us to actually learned how to actually use Healy. All right, so originally this particular platform here is meant for us to actually learn to go deeper into the use and then the functions of Healy and MagHealy. All right, so this is a platform for education. So it is not about this is the right way to use or the way to use Healy or MagHealy. Definitely it's not that. All right, so it's for mutual sharing so that you can have a broad perspective of how we use Healy and MagHealy. All right. And the Healy and MagHealy device, they are not medical devices. All right. So if you have any concern about your health, so please make sure that you visit the expert healthcare professional to get yourself proper care. All right. So Healy and MagHealy is meant to support you so that you are more holistic in taking care of your health. All right. So it is not meant to cure, treat, mitigate, diagnose, okay, because this is not a medical device. So for friends who need a translation, there is a QR code over here that you can watch session with your laptop and then use your phone to scan the QR code, and you will choose your language and you will get your translation in text. Okay, so this is my disclaimer that my intention here is to share my personal experience and how I use Healy and MagHealy in my daily life and in my practice. Okay, so please feel free to adapt different approaches so that you get the best experience of using the devices. Okay, so today we're talking about microcurrent and using frequencies, which are energy forms, to harmonize and balance our bioenergetic field and the information field. All right, so definitely results and experience will differ from person to person. Yeah. So for those who are here for the first time, very brief introduction. I am Christi Wong from Singapore. I'm a certified bioenergetic profiling life coach since 2017, about 8 years now. So I'm also certified in professional counseling with some background in the Chinese meridian system. Okay, so originally I was an A-level biology educator for over 30 years by now. Okay, so my teaching will incorporate, okay, a bit of biology so that we understand ourselves at the physiological cellular level. Okay, and I've been sharing about wellness for many years by now. And I've used in the past the bigger machines, you know, the boxy big machines, but I've since transited to just using Healy and the MagHealy devices for my work, professional work. All right. So I have collated 5 books to help my clients to know and learn how to use or even master these 2 devices. All right, so anyone can approach me, okay, to get the whole of the books. Okay, and I also have 2 YouTube channels where you can subscribe and then learn how to use the Healy. All right, so Healypedia is for resources. Use Healy is more for applications. All right, so please feel free to use these resources. All right, so what are we going to talk about today? All right, now, first, I'm going to explain, all right, or share what is the human bioenergetic field. All right, so now what happens is this field sometimes get distorted. Okay, I'll tell you and give you some examples why it get distorted, and then what happens when the field get distorted, and then how to restore the field to its original harmonized state. All right, now next I'm going to talk about information field. All right, so what is the information field? And many people whom I've shared the Healy with, they just can't imagine what the information field is. So I have my own analogy to help people see the parallel and how we can use this field to analyze remotely and use the information, all right, in a very interesting manner. Okay, so what I like about Healy and MagHealy is these are tools, my toys, you know, that I found various ways and means to actually play with it. So the field is now basically my playground, you know, and I try different applications, different combinations, and see what is the outcome in our lives. All right, so 2 weeks ago, I talked about friends. All right, our friends are drawn to us because of our bioenergetic field and because of the information that is in our subconscious or unconscious fields. All right, so basically, every part of your life, your reality that you see right now is the result of the vibrations in your field. All right. And your future, how is it going to be like? Okay, your future reality is also decided by the unseen electromagnetic fields. Okay, so they are powerful and yet interesting if you know how to make use of it and how to play with it. All right, so if there are any friends who are still not with us yet, okay, so text them and invite them to join us. Okay, now, firstly, the bioenergetic field, how does it come about? All right, so this is roughly the image that is put together diagrammatically how our field look like. Okay, this is the shape of a torus. It's like a donut. So what is a field? A field is a space. It's a three-dimensional space. All right. Now you can see here the light. When you talk about the light, the flame, okay, it is defined by this flame here, the yellow boundary. All right. Now you can see the glow around the candlelight. That is the field. So the field is a 3D space. All right. So our biofield is the 3D space that is around us, that is influenced by us, what is inside us. All right. Okay. Now, like a magnet, okay, if you look at the magnet, you can't see the field, right? We know that a magnet has the magnetic field, but we can't see. So likewise, when you look at me, you can't see the field that is around me. All right. But does it exist? Yes, invisible, but it exists. Just like Wi-Fi, it exists, but you can't see it. Now, how to see the field of a magnet is you put a piece of paper over the magnet and then you sprinkle some iron powder, and this is what you're going to see. All right, so you're going to see the patterns, okay? Fixed patterns, unique patterns that is created by the invisible field. All right, yeah. So, and a field is a structured space. It has a pattern. It is organized. It is not random at all. So the Earth magnetic field, like what we know, okay, is exactly like that, similar to the pattern of the magnet. Okay, so the Earth has an a geomagnetic field. So likewise, our body also have a field. Now, how does this field come about? Okay, now, In the past, we actually talk about things that are macro, things that our eyes can see. But progressively, as science evolve, you will find that as science evolve, it goes from things that are visible and big towards things that are small. All right. So phone used to be huge, but now they shrink to become small. Everything is now micro, nano, things that are small and invisible, and they are the most powerful. So we have actually progressed in terms of medicine, physiology, and all that. We have progressed at just treating at the body organism level to cellular level to even going into the molecular level, all right, atomic level. And here we are going even deeper than the atomic level. We are actually going into the field of the atom. All right. Yeah. So an atom, if you go further deeper, you'll find that inside it has the charged particles, positive charge, neutron has zero charge, electrons have negative charge. So when the electrons move, all right, in the orbit around the protons and the neutrons in the center, it will generate an electric current, an electric field. Okay, moving electrons generate an electric field. All right, so it does, therefore, when you use the Healy, it does not matter whether you are human, whether you are a car, a plant, an animal, or your laptop, or a building. Okay, you'll find that, hey, why is it that we can actually scan even a building? Because every single particle is made up of atoms. So therefore, everything around us all will have a signature electric field because of the composition of, let's say, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, and everything. When it's all combined together, it will create an overall signature field, all right, that is recognizable, measurable. Now, when the electric field is present, naturally, the magnetic field will also be generated at the same time. So they coexist. Electric field, magnetic field, they coexist. So that is the reason why we have two different devices here. Okay, a Healy, which is the square one, small square one. This is for the electric field. And then the bigger round one, this is for the magnetic field. All right, so they are working on different levels of the body. Okay, so now besides the electrons giving out the electrical and magnetic field, so we also have energy centers in the body, and these are the chakra system. Okay, the chakra systems, 7 well-known chakras in the body. All right, so this energy system here will create around us the auric field. So we have a module called the aura. Okay, so it's actually scanning our auric field, which is about 30 cm to probably 10 feet around us. Yeah. Then we also have the meridians. Okay, so these are energetic pathway, all right, where the bioenergy actually flows throughout our body. All right, so the pathway is the same whether you are male or female. Even animals, they also have the meridians as well. Okay, so these are also energetic centers and bioenergy that actually generate fields as well. Okay, so overall, that means for the human biofield, this is how it looks like. All right, there's a small donut in the center and then a bigger donut outside. This is called torus. The shape of this field is called torus. Okay, yeah. Now, this field can get damaged. This is only a diagrammatic representation of how the field look like. So we have a boundary around our field here, which we have to protect. Okay. Now the field can actually get tears, ripped open it can actually has disturbances, okay, disharmony, okay, it can get stuck, and a stagnant energy that is not flowing properly, it can get stuck, it can get dirty and all that. So therefore, we also need to cleanse our field from time to time. All right. Yeah. So our field get affected by the field around us. Okay. Yeah. So when you come together, human beings, when we come together, our fields will start to overlap, okay? And therefore, we can mutually affect each other, all right? So, for example, when you shake hands with another person, okay, there is energetic exchange. So if one is positive, the other one is negative, so the energy will actually flow down the energetic gradient. Okay, so the high positive will donate some positive energy to the negative person. The high negative energy person will donate parts of the negative energy to the positive person. So yeah, so if you are positive and you are surrounded by negative people, it actually brings down your energy. Now, other things, for example, when you talk and gossip about other people, when you criticize other people, all these are energetic exchanges, okay? Or, okay, you are taking care, you're a caregiver, you're taking care of people who are sick, and their energy is low, or you're visiting somebody in the hospitals, for example, there will also be energetic exchange as well. Okay, now here, hugging, okay, when you hug, when you touch, there is energetic exchange. All right, now these are with people whom you, let's say, you know, but even with strangers, if you are in a crowded place, whether you are taking a bus, you're taking the subway, train, aeroplane, for example, okay, so all the strangers around you, your fields are all overlapping and exchanging all sorts of energy. So sometimes it's why you'll find that, well, by the time you get home or get to your destination, you just feel so drained and tired, because sometimes there could be individuals around you that is really absorbing your energy. All right, so you are donating. Now, just to let you have a visual view of the energy exchange, okay, this picture here, it is diagrammatic, all right? It's not like the real exchange, so that we can imagine and we know how exchange takes place, all right? Okay, so I will let you watch this. Okay, so let's say in the morning, all right, you feel fresh and you feel nice. You had a good sleep, you know, you're white in color. Notice this person is white, happy, you're full of gratitude. You go out, and as you go out, you meet different people. You meet somebody, you complain a little bit, and then you exchange energy. You talk to somebody angry, and then you get a bit, and then you criticize your bosses, your colleagues, and then you share, oh, some sad news, and then bitterness. Okay, somebody who is depressed. Okay, and then by the end of the day, when you get home, okay, when you get home by the end of the day, because of so much exchange, every time you talk to people, there's exchange, 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 exchange. Okay, now, all right, so every time they exchange, you pass a bit to them, they pass a bit to you, and when you tell your story to another person, you are exchanging everywhere. All right, so that is why yeah, so by the end of the day, if you absorb too much of all this negativity, you'll find that, wow, you are sad, and your feel, you know, is distorted to a big extent. Okay, yeah, so what we want to do with Healy and MagHealy is to harmonize our field. All right, so if you notice, the programs has a lot of harmony one, right? Head harmony, foot harmony, everything has, everywhere is harmony. So why are we talking so much about harmony? Because there is so much disturbances, all right, that we will need to actually harmonize. Okay, now this is to show you, Marcus Schimicker will show you, okay, how harmonization takes place. Okay, this is disharmony. All right. So by applying a certain frequency, that frequency will harmonize and create this pattern in the field. So this is a harmonized field, and then when it shifts a little bit, you'll find that it becomes disharmonized. Okay, so every specific frequency here will create a different field pattern. All right, yeah. So thank you, Marcus. Okay, so now that is too fast if you didn't catch it. Okay, now this harmony takes place even when a bit of distortion. Okay, this is about 2 kilohertz. This is 1.9 kilohertz. You see that the field becomes distorted. All right. Now, when it is when he put the 2 kilohertz frequency, everything is harmonized and the field becomes beautifully organized pattern like this. This is called harmony. Okay, so every day as we interact, our field goes into all sorts. So some will be a slight disharmony, slight distortion. Okay, some will be big distortion. Okay, yeah. So when you apply a program and the frequency to harmonize your field, okay, you are making the field in your body to become nicely patterned like this, okay? Like this one here, this is disharmony, and this one here is harmonized, okay? So disharmony can take place even in the last digit here, 491, 496, just a little bit, it will be out and off, okay? Yeah, so here, so in the program, when we do the harmonization, when you turn on the program, a program is about 1 hour. Okay, so you can see here, this is the liver program. Okay, it's about 1 hour. This is the timer here that will automatically count down and then stop the program on its own. Here, 671, this is where you will see the frequency that you are receiving. So it's totally transparent and you are able to see what you are receiving. All right, so each of these number here represent a certain harmonized field that you saw just now. All right, okay. So now the program is 1 hour, and in that 1 hour, what happens is that at first, it's divided into about 3 stages. The first stage is where you see this frequency here appearing for 10 seconds, and then the next frequency will appear for 10 seconds and all that. So this is actually for fields that are just slightly disharmonized. So it's very easy to make the correction. So it's just a 10-second short burst like this to make the correction. Okay, now this is also the time where it individualizes and the device actually interact with your field to find out what you need. Okay, what is being disharmonized and give you the correct one. Now the next part is where you'll find that the frequency appear for a longer period of time. Okay, yeah, so these are for fields that are more highly distorted or disharmonized. So therefore, it takes longer to actually make the correction, okay, or to harmonize it. And then comes to the later stage. The last stage over here is where it will strengthen. So after it harmonizes, it actually make your field strong and stable. So you have the last stage here where you receive a lot of kilohertz, okay, short bursts of hundreds of kilohertz here to make your field more resilient, strong, and stable. All right, so the whole entire 1 hour program, when you run the device like this, okay, actually has its purpose and its stages. All right, so therefore when you use it, you should actually complete the whole entire program and not stop halfway. All right, so what is individualization? You will see IMF. I here is for individualized microcurrent or frequency. Individualized means that the same program, let's say it's the pure program, okay, 10 people use the pure program. If you start the program at the same time, okay, you will find that each of you may get slightly different frequencies. Individualization means that the device here let's say when you wear the electrodes, okay, it will actually get the information or the signal from each of the user. All right. Okay. So you have the terminals here. So what happened is that from the body, from your field in the body, it will detect and then it will send to the device. So this is the ingoing frequency. It comes from you. So your body gives the input into the Healy device. So the Healy device scan and therefore knows that, okay, in this program here, you will need this particular frequency, and then it will gives out this frequency to you, to your body, to actually harmonize it. So there is this constant feedback, okay, between your body and the device. Now, what is quantum analyzed frequency here? Now, for quantum analyzed here, it's not just one device to one person. It's actually one device to multiple person. Meaning that if I turn on the atmosphere program and leave it on the table, and there are 6 persons, okay, sitting around the table for a meeting, these MagHealy will actually interact with the field of all 6, okay, and then do the harmonization, okay or not? So let's say in a meeting, what happens is if you are in disagreement with each other, okay, or there is a quarrel and all that, you will be able to detect what is going on in our bioenergetic field, and then it is able to send the frequencies to all of us and therefore synchronize the mood, the emotions of the different people within that same space. Okay, so it's a very intelligent device that is able to give out, okay, frequencies that is needed by the user. And this is very important. All right. So the frequency microcurrent are methods to deliver the hertz, the frequencies. Okay. Now, one way is to use current. Using current is one of the very, very old methods, okay, that has been proven, okay, to actually helps the body, the cells and all that, because cells are electrical, the membrane is electrical. So as we age, electricity in the body will actually starts to decline and drop. So by using microcurrent, we actually stimulate the cells, vitalize the cells. So we can actually use current and the frequency. Okay, we use the current as a carrier to bring the frequencies into your body through water in the body, through the meridians in the body, so it will flow. So therefore, you can feel tingling sensation over here as the current is given to you. Okay, now this is one way. The other way is to use the coil. Okay, so some people, they find that, okay, at work, I cannot use the cables, the electrodes, so they can use the coil. All right. Now, when you use the coil, you are using resonance. Okay, so it will actually correct your field without any of the electrodes. Okay, so this is called the resonant frequency method. And now we have the third way, which is to use the Healy high wave. All right, so this is the high wave where you have 2 metal strips over here, and then you slot the device here, and then you put the metal strips in contact with the skin. So this is a merge between the microcurrent method and the coil method, okay, so that you can have the best of both. Plus, one more advantage is we make use of even higher frequency carrier wave, which is the 5 megahertz wave as a carrier. So it's like a Ferrari now. Okay, yeah. So you put the frequency riding on that Ferrari, and it's going to bring it deeper into your body. So it goes deep, and then it reaches every single cell in the body. So there is less leakage compared to the other methods. So this is the latest method that the company has researched and patented, this very new technology that has just been recently introduced. Okay, now let's look quickly at all the programs. Yeah. So I won't go into every single programs, but I group them together to help you to see that it covers many aspects of our lives. Okay. In terms of bioenergy, so our bioenergy, besides from coming from the food that we eat, can also come from the environment. For example, okay, the chakras, it allows the bioenergy from the environment to actually come in through the vertical channel all along the spine. Okay, so we can also use meridian programs in the Healy and MagHealy to actually energize our meridian, which will supply bioenergy to the respective organs. All right, so this is for energy supply and to promote the flow of energy. Okay, now others, this is to protect our energy field. All right, so you can have, just now I said that the field can get dirty. So you have an energetic cleansing program here to cleanse your field. All right, so when you deal with negative people or you have prolonged negative feelings and all that, you can actually defend yourself with all this. Okay, yeah, so you can protect your energy using this. If you're sensitive to Wi-Fi, there is program for you to cleanse, neutralize, and then feel good again. Now, we can also protect your mental field as well. So if you are easily affected by people's criticism, okay? Yeah, by all the negative talk around you, and if you have circling thoughts and then keep ruminating and dwelling on negativity, so you can have mental. Now, general protection, subtle is what I would use. Let's say if I were to visit people at the hospital or when I attend a funeral, so you are surrounded by negativity in different dimension. So you can use this kind of programs here to actually protect your field. All right. Yeah. So there are people who cannot sleep because of noise in their surrounding. You can use sleeping planets. Some of us are sensitive to planetary energy, the moon, okay, Jupiter, when they're moving and all that. So you can actually protect yourself, okay, using geopathy and planets. Okay, now the good frequencies from the planet, from Mother Earth, is the Schumann frequency. So this program here will give you the 7.8 Schumann frequency, which is anti-inflammation and which actually synchronize your brain, your heart, to the natural cycles in the environment. Okay, yeah. So these are some of the defense and protection of our energetic field. Okay, now anti-aging. That means this is general and is good for regeneration. When do you need regeneration? Let's say if you're going through premature aging, if you have elderly parents, okay, with lots of aging issues, okay, sometimes after a fall, after an accident, okay, broken bones, and you want to do a lot more repair, okay, like skin, it can be used after a surgery for make sure that there is no scar and proper healing, okay, and cell wave, which is the new programs here, basically take care of all the cells in your body. So this is generic and it's not particular to anything everywhere. All right, so it can be for bones, osteoporosis, or overall cell harmony youth, which is for your entire body. Now, then you have those that are outside, inside the cell, okay, the different organelles inside. So all these programs here will basically cover everything in your body, all right, stimulating the stem cells, okay, improving your skin texture, your complexion, okay, scars after surgery or an old surgery that you had before. So there could be still scars inside, and you can use these programs to actually help you. Okay, now for organ function, the systems and all that. So you have the bioenergetic harmony and deep cycle programs over here. So it's very easy. You just see whichever organ that you want to actually spot, you can just use them. And then deep cycle is based on the system. All right, respiratory system, your detox system, digestive system, circulatory system, nervous system, okay, and your excretory system. Okay, so all are here based on organs and the systems. Okay, now for work performance for adults. Okay, learning is for your brain mental performance. Okay, if you are burnout, exhausted, you can use job. Okay, sleep is to make sure that you get a good rest at night. And then the mind wave is to actually support your brain by using certain waves like the alpha, beta, gamma, theta, and then you have delta. Okay, yeah, so it's to stimulate specific parts of the brain. All right, so I'll be telling you more in future about mind wave. All right, now these programs here is not just for healthy adults. Okay, it can be for learners. Okay, those who are taking exams. Okay, or those who are stressed, mentally stressed, you can also use this as well. Okay, so for anyone who needs to focus, need to understand data, learn a new skills, you can actually use this program. So for elderly, it will actually delay dementia, okay, to make sure that they are mentally active, and then they can also improve their memory as well. All right, so it's good for anyone from young to old. Okay, then for sports, if you are a sports person, or whether you are a professional athlete, or you are just walking, jogging, and doing your gym work, okay, for recreation and all that. So you have the fitness programs over here. And then for sex, fertility, you have potency, mature women, and women local. All right. So mature women are for premenopausal, menopause women. Okay. So hormonal imbalance, menopause for those who are still menstruating. So yeah. So if you have a person have, let's say, difficulty with fertility, so these are programs to actually support your sex organs. Okay, you have prostate over here. Potency is prostate. Then you have women care, ovary care, and all that. Okay, yeah. So yeah. Then fitness here is also for, let's say, people who need physiotherapy. Okay, so after injury, okay, or after a stroke where they have to do physiotherapy. So fitness programs here can also support people who needs physiotherapy as well. Okay, yeah. Then nutrition here, digital nutrition, there are 72 of these. So we will do the analysis to find out which nutrition you need. So this is to actually support those who, let's say, if your digestion is no good, okay, or you cannot absorb so much of this, especially the elderly or those who are sick, you have no appetite, okay, or let's say people who are, let's say, after a stroke, they cannot swallow, they cannot eat proper food and all that, they have no appetite, people who are sick, coma, so you can actually support them, okay, support them with digital nutrition, okay, yeah, so yes, so that is how you can use digital nutrition. All right, now for pain relief, you have a big choice of programs here. Local stimulation here is to use the electrodes, microcurrent to actually do the stimulation. Now, the earth is anti-inflammation, good for pain. Spherics here has a certain frequency, 10 kilohertz, which is actually good for spinal cord stimulation, which is for back pain. Yeah. And then MagHealy is very good for all kinds of pain. All right. So whether it's a sports, after sports kind of muscle pain, injury from sports, okay, surgery, skin, and then your neck pain, joint pain, foot pain, tendon pain, sprain, all this, they are all here. Okay, then for emotional pain, mental stress, emotional stress, you have the soul cycle. Okay, yeah, so any of these programs here to actually help to let go of the emotional burden and then to overcome sadness, all right? acceptance of things that has happened. Power of 3 here is for crisis. What kind of crisis? Let's say sudden grief, sudden death, bankruptcy, retrenchment, okay, breakup from relationships and all that, that is sudden and big, you know, to that person that they cannot get out of it. So this power of 3 here is good to help them to get out of a difficult situation. Okay, so trauma, you have the nerves, thalamus, vagus to help you to relax emotions. Okay, so the top half over here is actually for emotional pain and stress. Okay, then the general detox. So you have Go Cycle, and then you have here like impurities, food imbalance, food poisoning. Okay, then you have parasites here. You have the gut bacteria over here. So these are suitable for detoxification of the body. All right, then for spiritual expansion, you have cosmic growth. And then you have spiritual energy over here. Then you have chakra balancing over here. So this is to help you in your pursuit of spiritual and consciousness expansion. All right. Okay. Then other than the body, the MagHealy here is actually good for atmosphere. Okay. That's what I like to use the MagHealy, because you just put it at your table and then you can turn it on for whole day, 24 hours. All right. So for the environment, okay, let's say if you have children who are studying, you just turn it on. Okay. Then they will be very, 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 very focused. Totally no distraction. Okay. Office is for your mental performance, focus as well. If you are doing, let's say, creative work, architecture, marketing, you need ideas, then creativity, prosperity for business, for your finance. Car is for long distance. So people have told me that for long distance, they can save like 10% of 10 to 20% of fuel usage. Okay. Yeah, which is very good. Okay, good for the environment, good for earth, good for your pocket as well if you consume less fuel. Workout is when you're in the gym, exercise, you just leave it next to you. Okay, family harmony, children playing, and the relationship here will strengthen your relationship and make your family and friends more loving to one another. And 2 weeks ago, I shared about family harmony, relationship, the frequencies that you find inside. Wow, it really helped you to synchronize your modes. Okay, I use food cleansing to cleanse my food. So kitchen, insects at home, okay? Yeah, then you can turn it on the whole night for your sleep. Energy clearing, I use it everywhere I go. It's always in my handbag. Wherever I go, I turn energy clearing to clean my entire space that is around me, okay? Then hotels, okay, when you go to hotels, I will use energy clearing to clear the space because so many people have lived inside. Yeah, so all this. Yeah, then water. So some do not like to use devices directly on the body. So what you can do is just take the MagHealy, put on top of your glass of water. Just 10 minutes. All right, 10 minutes, you can choose any of these. You know, even if you are fasting, when you do water fasting, you can do this 3 and then you don't feel so hungry. Yeah, so so much to use. So you can basically use every single one for, you need 8 cups of water a day. So use different programs each time. All right, so besides humans, we also have programs for animals, for your furry pets, for your fur babies. Okay, so there's programs for you. So you need to purchase this if you want to use them. And then these are pictures to show you how you can actually apply them on your animals. And animals, I tell you, they love it. Okay, they're very happy to use it, or they will come very near you when you have your device turned on. Okay, MagHealy also animal harmony plants. So you can either use the water to water your plants, or you can just put the device near to your plants and they will be receiving, all right, the frequencies. Okay, they love it. Okay, now next come to the information field. Okay, the information field is not in your body. All right, it is outside of your body. So the Energetically, there are many dimensions. D here is dimension, all right? So there are, as of now, 12 known dimension. Okay, so when you talk about the bioenergetic field, the physical body and all that is actually the lower dimension. Okay, matter is lower dimension. So when you talk about quantum, you are at the higher dimension, at the consciousness level. Okay, so when you talk about bioenergetic field, it is somewhere between dimension 2 to dimension 6, somewhere around here. Okay, yeah. So information field for Healy, we are using the global information field. Okay, we are at dimension 7 and 8. All right. Okay, so consciousness is even higher than that. All right. So now what is it? How is it that my information can be in the information field that is out there, that is not with me? All right. Now, this is not real explanation of quantum science, which is beyond me. I use an analogy that I can understand, and this is the analogy that I use with my clients to explain to them so that at least they can imagine what is going on at the quantum level. Okay, so this is not absolute truth, but is an analogy to help people to understand. All right. Now, when you use the laptop, the files, whether it's a Word file, PDF file, PowerPoint file, and all that, okay, you will save one copy in your desktop. Correct or not? In the hard disk drive in the laptop. So this is equivalent to the bioenergetic field. So every single thought that you have, your feelings, your emotions, okay, your actions, everything is a file. If you're happy, it's a happy file. If you're sad, it's a sad file. Anger, bitterness, unforgiveness, each one of this is a file on its own. And this file is actually saved in the body. Okay, saved in the body. Yeah, saved where? Saved in your nervous system, saved in your meridians and all that. I will show you later on. Okay, now, so we have one set of information from the point of fertilization until now. You have been saving all this, whether you know it or you don't know it. Now, okay, next thing is, this is like saving in your hard disk drive now, okay? Now, some of us, besides saving the information in our desktop or laptop, we want to play safe, and then we have duplicate copies that we saved somewhere else, isn't it? So I do not know about you, but I use what? I use the cloud, Google Cloud. Okay, so I buy the space and then I will have a duplicate set of my files kept in the cloud. Okay, so this is what happens every time I make corrections to my files, okay, or new files and all that. So my laptop will auto synchronize with my cloud storage. Okay, so whatever that I have in my desktop, I have the exact same copy in my cloud drive, which I can actually access from my phone. So if I leave my laptop at home or your desktop at home, when I go out, then I can use my phone using the app. I can actually open and have access to all my files wherever I am, wherever I go, regardless of device, multiple device, iPad, phone, all can actually access my cloud storage. Okay, now human being is also the same. We also store information in duplicate. So one copy is in the physical body. So if I use the Healy device to scan your body, so it will actually find out your files that you've been saving. Now, we also auto-synchronize whatever that's happening here. We auto-synchronize it to the information field or the electromagnetic field, which is global, all right, out there. All of us actually share this field, like the cloud storage. You have your account. Each of us have our account. So I can't see yours, you can't see mine, but it can all be stored in let's say, Google Cloud. So the global information field is also likewise, okay, about the same. So we all have our account in there. So when we want to access it, we actually put in our name, our birth date, our birthplace, our gender. So once we key it into the app, so it will actually unlock your files only, and therefore we only scan and analyze from your files and not somebody else's. Okay, all right. So how do we can actually do the analysis? So which analysis do we actually do? We can do the resonance of analysis of the Healy program. So you have all 29 programs over here that you can actually analyze to let Healy find for you which programs is most suitable for you here and now. All right. Yeah. So this is the resonance Healy module. And then the second one here, you have the resonance MagHealy module. So all the modules are here. All right. So I'll show you how to actually use it. So what happens is, once you key in your information, you select your module, and then you will carry out the analysis using your information field, analyze, everything. And then after that, it will analyze based on this 29 programs here to see which is the one that is most suitable for you, what you need right now. Okay? Yeah. So from here, it will give you your top 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will summarize and rank for you. All right. Now, from the ranking, what we want to see is the percentage, because here it will tell you, okay, how disharmonized is your field. Now, this is not diagnosis of a person's medical condition. No, definitely not at all. But when a person have certain issues, health issues, definitely the bioenergetic field is quite distorted. So what the device do is to measure to detect the disturbance, the disharmonization, the extent of the disharmonization of the field by matching the frequencies in the programs to see which are the ones that you need the most. So if a person is healthy, there will be a certain profile. Okay, if the person is unhealthy, there will be a certain profile. Now, what I will look for is 59 or 60% and above to tell me that there is sufficient disturbance in the field that the person would have experienced certain discomfort in the body. All right. So then after I get this, each of this, I will further analyze to see what exactly is in this program that the person needs. So if I see a profile like this, 70%, 59%, okay, that will be a high disturbance. Okay, and the person would definitely need that. Okay, so I'll show you how I actually make use of this profile, energetic profile of a person. I repeat, this is not a medical diagnosis, but this is only your energetic profile. Okay, for example, okay, this is, let's say my father. Okay, he does not live with me. My parents don't live with me. So I use my device and then I do the analysis from my place to know what is going on with them. Okay, for example, if I analyze that day and local stimulation came out 76%, anything that is above 60%, it will alert me. I will go and check and ask them, how are you? Okay, so 309, I did the analysis. And then immediately I saw 76%, I will text my father, say, are you having a joint pain? I cannot ask a generic question, hey, how are you today? They will always say fine. All right. So here I'm asking something very specific. I said, are you having joint pain? Okay. So 2 hours later, okay, he replied, yes, my right foot, the part near the little toe was very painful last night. Okay. So so I started doing the vibration at 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock. When he replied me, he said, now it's quite okay already. Okay. So I do remote vibration to make the correction at the energetic level. Okay. Yeah. So this is how I do monitoring. Okay, yeah. So another time it could be Head Harmony Digital Nutrition. Okay, so what happens is his eyesight, okay, is declining, and then he has tinnitus, hard of hearing. Okay, so therefore you can see that the head is very high in percentage. All right, so this has been ongoing. So when I see this, I will definitely help him with the vibration. Okay, so but does not mean that he continue to use this and don't see the doctor. So he has also seen the doctor and he will get the eye operation to change his lens. Okay, because of the cataract. Yeah, so he still have to do that. But I try my best to support him with whatever program suggested by Healy to give it to him. Now, at the same time, Healy can also detect changes in energetic field before it actually appear in the physical body. For example, here, physical sensitivity, right, is 74%, means that there is significant disturbance in the field. Now, look at this. This is March 28. All right, so few days later, in April 10th, okay, so he told me that he has sore throat because of the food that he ate. All right, the ginger jam that is made by my mom, and then black pepper chicken. These are all very heaty kind of food. So he started to develop sore throat. So you see here on the 28th of March, the Healy already detected that he had some sensitivity to food, which builds up. Okay, yeah, if we continue to eat all this food daily and all that, so it builds up and then finally you get a full-blown sore throat. Okay, then after that, by vibrating, it helps him to actually settle down. Okay, yeah. So so this is how I use the device. So the different programs here, why are there so many programs? Because it is helping you at many different levels. Okay, it helps you at the thought and feeling level. Some programs are helping you at your mind level. Some programs are helping you at the physical, physiological cell organ level. Okay, some are overlapping in between. So different programs have different purpose. Okay, so now we have finished talking about the physical body. Now is more of mental stress, emotions. Just now, all those things are all in hertz, which you cannot understand, but let's say emotions. If you have negative emotions, okay, do you know what exactly are you concerned or worried about? So we have the third one here, resonance database. So we have 9 databases, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all these 9 databases, we can actually scan, analyze them, and it will tell you and pick emotions that are bothering you now or previously in your history of your entire emotional file. They can actually pick up the emotions, negative emotions. They do nothing to your positive emotions, not to worry. So they will pick up what is disharmonized, your negative emotions, even in the past. Okay, if it's very intense or if it's very prolonged, so they will be able to pick up all this for you to actually harmonize them. Okay, now some use it individually, which you can, but if I want to find out the profile of a person, I will normally scan all and then I will pick up what is most relevant to that person. Okay, I can use this to help my clients answer certain questions. Okay, for example, somebody got speech delay. This is it. So they asked me, can Healy tell me why so and so got speech delay, difficulty in talking? Okay, they can ask me like, okay, my husband has been very temperamental very lately. So every day he comes home, he get mad at the children, he shouted at them, and the kids are so fearful, they're hiding in the room. Okay, I ask him, he doesn't want to tell me. So can Healy tell me what is going on? Okay, so yeah, and then some of them, they have children who are overseas. Okay, and sometimes you do FaceTime, they look so happy. So, but as a mother, as a parent, you know, they will think that, okay, I do not know whether my child is just showing me the happy side Or after I put down the phone, if my child is sad, you know, are they telling me the truth and things like that? So I've had parents who told me that they now can scan, analyze, and they know whether their children are stressed, happy, unhappy, and that gave them a lot of peace of mind. Okay, yeah. So it has helped many people with all this, okay? Especially at the emotional level where people do not feel safe to reveal, to tell, or they do not have the capacity to articulate. You know, some of them, you may not have the vocabulary, okay, or they are too emotional to even say it. Yeah, so this is helpful for caregivers to actually know how to specifically help. It helps parents to know how to have conversations with their children, okay, for example. Okay, so it helps you to see the person at 360 degrees. So as a life coach, okay, so what I do with the person is I can profile the person's physical energetic field, the emotional, mental, energetic field, and even all areas of their lives as well. So whether they want career coaching, okay, this can be done as well. Okay, I'll show you bit by bit along the way. Now, bud flowers, okay, in bud flowers, when you do the scan, okay, it will come out reports like this, actual words, easy to understand. All right, so what we want to see is the percentage. So if it comes out 66, 66, 60, 49, if I'm doing it on a stranger, I will ignore 49. I will only look at those 60% and above. If there isn't any 60% and above in that chart, I will look for the 57%. Okay, anything lower than that, that emotions is there, but it's very mild. I wouldn't be so concerned about that. All right, so from here, you can see whether the person is going through trauma, like here. Okay, this person is had gone through trauma. Okay, has tangible fears. Sometimes they don't tell you, but they are fearful of, they have money issues, they have illness issues. Okay, yeah, so this will tell you, right? So if this is a high percentage above 60, then you know that the person looks happy, laughing, playing, and all that, but actually have some worry and problems at the back of the mind. Okay, but they won't show you. Okay, homeopathy is not so easy to understand. All right, the language is a bit hidden, but this is a very important one and it's high percentage for many people. Okay, so powerless rage. So if the person is angry, it's actually not anger. They are actually angry at themselves. And sometimes they are angry because they let you think that they are angry, but actually they feel powerless. It's like, I'm so helpless. I can't solve this. So they are venting it out. Yeah. So that helps you to distinguish different kinds of anger. Okay. Anger because of powerlessness, sense of powerlessness, or anger because they are aggressive in nature. Yeah. Or anger because of unforgiveness, hatred. So there are many interpretation of a symptom. All right, and this kind of analysis will go right to the bottom of the exact emotion that the person is going through. All right, not thinking out the box, suppressing your anger. Yeah, so you want to pull yourself out of that situation, etc. Okay, plant power. This is a new one. Okay, not many of us have it, so you can purchase this if you want to use it. So this one and two, I like plant power. I really like plant power. Okay, so here, if you are exhausted, so it will come out. It is written in the opposite way. So when they give you enthusiasm for life, meaning that the person don't have enthusiasm for life. Okay, if they say gone is the exhaustion and being worn out, it means that this person is exhausted, burnout, worn out. Okay, so it's giving you the frequency of the flower plant, okay, of the plant flower to harmonize you. Okay, yeah, so this is what loneliness. I'm free from loneliness means the person is actually lonely. Yeah. Okay, so you have to read it in the opposite way. Bush flowers, you have like this one, forgiveness. Okay, certain panic, they're having certain panic, anxiety. Okay, yeah, it can even help you to lose weight. That's interesting. And this one here for fertility. All right, it's even for fertility. So it's not just emotions, it also help in the physical, okay, as well. Then you have courage, different types of courage. I think there are over 100 types of different expressions of courage. Okay, then fibromyalgia. Let's say if a person has fibromyalgia, and we think that is a physical issue. Now, Schussler's salts here will actually tell you the real underlying cause of the person. Okay, let's say this is taken from a person who had fibromyalgia before. Now, fibromyalgia is weakness of the body. They have a lot of body pain, muscle pain, nerves, weak. The whole body is generally weaker. See 62% here. Now, for Schussler salt, I'll read at the top and I'll read at the bottom. The top will tell you what are the emotions that has been there over a long period of time, resulting in the current system, in the current issues. All right, immune, nerve, skin issues because of too much pressure, insecurity, you see, it affects the muscle, the nerves. And then here is affecting the nerve, muscle, immune system because they have been suppressing their emotions. They feel insecure. There's so much pressure inside because of their lack of self-esteem. So over time, when you suppress all these emotions, it goes deeper into the body. So this is actually stored, all the files and information is stored in your nerves, in your muscle. So after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, it will burst out as fibromyalgia. Okay, yeah. Then, okay, so you have gem as well. Gem is good for chakras, is good for spirituality. So let's say if you like gemstone, like to wear gemstone, you can use this to actually find out which gemstone energy is suitable for you, and then you can use that particular gem. Okay, yeah. Now, the itching is interesting because if you have obstacles in your life, okay, things are not smooth, and if you want to improve your situation, you can actually use the itching. Or sometimes people have questions. I can't make decisions. You know, is this better, that better, and all that. So they can actually use divinity, use the itching to actually find out, okay, what is going on in their lives. Now, there is one person whom I know. She scanned the itching every single day, okay, because when she first started, there was one time the itching hexagram here showed that there is some legal methods. Be careful of certain legal methods. Okay, so she read and she didn't quite know what it means. Now, what happened was she was driving and then the phone rang. So what happens is that she took the phone to see who called, and then she put it back down, and then she was actually captured and she was caught by the police. Okay. And instead of apologizing and settle it, you know, at that level, okay, she was a bit defiant, and she argued that she did not actually call, she just picked up the phone and all that, and the police actually gave her the ticket. All right, okay, and she had to go through a long process to go and settle that. All right, so ever since then, she took the itching hexagram report very seriously, especially if there are those that are 60% or higher. Sometimes it can give you a warning, precaution beforehand. Okay, so yeah, but it's not easy. All right, when I read this, I tell you, I cannot understand, okay, because it's like telling you a story here, and then they will tell you 4 strong lines inside, 2 weak lines outside. It's like a riddle, you know, to me, it's like a riddle. So the other way, so what this person told me is there is another way to actually understand this if you don't understand what is stated here, and that is to get the PDF report, and then you attach this PDF report to DeepSeek, ChatGPT, and you give the command like this, okay? Analyze the report and explain in terms of family relationships, career, work, and health. Okay, so, and then you feed it in, and then it will come up with reports like this. Okay, so the same report now, in terms of career and work, it actually caution you that you are actually overworking. You're overloaded now, so your work-life balance, okay? Or there may be upheaval, so there might be leadership changes, okay? Or there might be retrenchment, okay? There might be changes in the office and things like that. Okay, health-wise, it will caution you chronic stress, okay, anxiety attack and all that. So yeah, so remind you to do your meditation breathwork. So all these are solutions coming from the ChatGPT. All right, so family relations, disharmony and all that. So therefore, what to do? So so that's how you can actually use third-party apps to help you to analyze, okay? Because hexagram, you can do that. Because hexagram and the interpretation is universal. So there are a lot of information out there, and ChatGPT is able to use the resources out there, open resource, and then help you to interpret the 5 hexagram, okay? But not all the reports you can actually submit and then get the interpretation. Okay, next one is the Meridian module. So remember I said that all the files here is actually going into the body, and meridians can also get stuck because of your emotions, okay? So meridian analysis, you have to use the Healy and the Blue app. So you can see here, okay, that the report will actually tell you exactly which acupoint is blocked, and then the emotions, 1, 2, 3, the exact emotions that you had in the past that actually caused the blockage. So it will give you the issue and then the solution. All right. So the solution is here, homeopathic solution. And then another acupoint, it will be a different issue already. Okay, you see how intelligent this is, and it really helped you to understand yourself, and it helped me to actually stay away from negative emotions. Now I don't dwell on negative emotions. After I see my own report, I was like totally shocked. Okay, that things that happened 20, 30 years ago is still inside my body and is causing so much blockage. So you suffer twice. You suffer mentally, and then after that you suffer physically. Okay, so different acupoint is blocked by different emotions. Now here, it is actually telling you that the same acupoint, same emotions, they actually provide you with different frequencies to actually do the solution. Okay, one is, this is homeopathic. This one is an affirmative statement. Okay, so yeah, so all this is programmed inside. You just need to do the vibration. That's all. Okay, essential oils. It's good for spirituality. Okay, I see that a lot of this is actually a lot of cleansing of the space, so you can do that. Another way is, let's say if you love to use essential oil, you can use this to help you pick the essential oils that you need and therefore apply accordingly. Okay, yeah, or you can just simply vibrate the energy of the essential oil to your field. Okay, aura. I use the aura every day, and to me, the aura is the operating system of the human body. All right. So now the aura will actually shows you what is like the human battery level, you know, not so you have to be 91% or higher to be fully charged. To be, yeah. So 61 like this is considered low. All right. So it will actually measure, detect every single chakra and the energy level in each of the chakra here, so that you know which is blocked and which is good. Okay, now how important are the chakras? Why I call it the operating system? Because it affects every area of your life. Okay, for example, your money energy. You work so hard. Why is money seems to avoid you, or certain people, I don't need to work so hard, but money seems to love me and they come to me. Okay, so it depends on your association with money, how you perceive money. Okay, and all this can start from how your upbringing takes place or how you observe money is being used, perceived in your surrounding. Okay, so certain people can perceive money as control, emotional extortion. Some will think that money is stressful. Okay, how to get money, or some have so much faith, they know that money is always there when I need it. Okay, I just snap my finger, money is there. So it affects your relationship with money. It affects how much money you have. Okay, so it's not just hard work, but if your field actually allows money to flow into your life, a little bit of hard work can bring big rewards. Okay, it also shows you your relationship with your father, your relationship with your mother, okay, the family harmony at home, or whether it's a breakdown in your family, your home. Is it a safe place or is it a threat to you? So when it's harmonized, you will feel the home is a safe place. But when it's disharmony, it's because of all these experiences that you have in your family. All right? Okay. Sexuality, couple relationship, children. Okay, you want to be children, but you can't have children. Fertility issues and all that could actually be because of the blockage of the sacral chakra. Okay, so because there is an underlying fear of being a parent, so it may show forth as a fertility issue. Okay, intimacy issues. Okay, using sexuality to gain, to power play in a relationship. So it can show things like that. Your career, all right, whether you feel stress in your career, there is no joy, you're not happy because of emotional extortion, or you are totally happy. Your career is your vocation, you feel nurtured. Okay, yeah. So if it's harmonized, it will show forth that you are flourishing in your career. Okay, your personality as well, judging yourself. Okay, why are you constantly criticizing yourself? You can't see your good. You can't accept yourself. Okay, or you find difficulty to talk to people, express yourself, cannot because you're insecure. Where did the insecurity come from? So blockages in your chakras. Okay, you can't receive. Okay, you've been told there's no free lunch. Okay, so that plays in your subconscious, and after that, you cannot accept anything, criticism, compliments, nothing. And then here, responsibility, if you're harmonized, then you can accept responsibility, make decisions. Okay, yeah. Then authority, spirituality, crown chakra is authority, all the authorities, whether it's police, judges, teachers, your parents, adults. If you're anti-authority, it is because of blockages in the crown chakra. Okay, your spirituality, whether you are open or you are totally closed. Okay, so it has to do with the crown chakra. Now, when you are harmonious, when your crown chakra is harmonious, you actually feel unity and connection with everything that exists, plants, animal, human. So there's no more resistance. Everything is one with you. All right, okay, so that is aura that actually exert its influence in all areas of your life. Coach, success coach, how to use it. And normally, if you want to use it for personality, you type into the box now, NOW, means your current state. So it will do the analysis and then show you the chart of 10 areas in your life. Your family relationship, social, personal relationship, your spirituality, your finance, your career, your personality, self-worth, and everything. 10 areas of your life. So this can be used for life coaching, for counseling. Yeah. Okay. So for yourself, then you know that which are the area you need to develop. So red is the lowest, then orange, yellow, light green, then dark green. This one is somewhere in middle. There is still another dark green, which is the bigger one. So from here, you will select, okay, areas that are weak, and then analyze it so that you know how to actually go about developing yourself. Okay, so it's acting as a digital coach to advise you what to do. All right, so in regards to your happiness, it will tell you, okay, why you're not happy. All right, this one here, this finding a partner here is actually seen in somebody who just had a divorce. Okay, now, and here it says that this person is not ready to look for another partner yet. Yeah, because the person will be making use of the new partner as a consolation, as a crutch, okay? Because you're heartbroken now and you want somebody to actually share your sorrows. So, but you're not ready for a relationship. So it's so amazing, you know? So as a coach, sometimes it's difficult for you to tell the person you're not ready. But here, Healy can actually detect it and I just convey the message, yeah? So, so it can be looking for happiness, for your success, okay? So there are desired state here will actually tell you where it actually bring you to, or it will actually show you where you are right now, okay? Whether you are having anxiety, vulnerable, etc. So at the end of the day, this coach, will this coach actually misguide you? So this coach here is actually helping you to achieve your goals for the highest good. Yeah. All right. Highest good of all. Highest good for you, highest good for everybody. All right. Yeah. So it is for balance. Okay. It's not just, oh, money, 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 money. So there are 10 areas of your life so that success is about balance in all those 10 areas of your life. Okay. Your own personal identity and your relationship with your community. All right. Other than your achievements and your performance. Okay, so it help you in a very, very holistic manner. Okay, now the coach can also be used for many purposes. Okay, property agents have used it to buy and sell properties, whether you're professional sports or just for recreation. Okay, like let's say your sports performance. This person actually say, oh, okay, he's going to play golf, and he put a statement there that I'm going to enjoy my golf. And you know what happens? He played the games. He got hole in one 2 times in that same day. All right. So buying, selling property, the desired price for buying or desired price if you're the seller. So you can do that, or you want to rent out your room, your apartment, all this to find tenants. Okay. I've seen so many that reconcile their relationship because of using coach. Yeah. And money to get certain amount of money to pay for credit card debts and all that. So there were many cases of success with that. Okay, last but not least, the business module for those who having your own business, okay, and wanting to grow your business. So this is the analysis for your business leadership traits, your leadership profile. So this can also be used for human resource, which is the one that needs the training. Yeah, so each person will be analyzed individually, and then you can see whether the person needs personal development, or whether need time management skills, or whether need marketing and all that. So it is very specific and very exact. So the percentages here will do the ranking for you to show you which are the area that has the biggest gap. Okay, yeah. So this is for leadership. And there is also programs in the MagHealy that you can just put on the body. All right, so you just put the MagHealy on your belly, and then for all this. Right now, I'm using self-confidence. When I give talks like that, it's very nice. All right, so if you're nervous for a presentation, okay, I'll just use self-confidence. All right, goal setting. If you're like lazing around and not doing anything, okay, you can use motivational boosts. Okay, so you see here business acumen, organizational talent, leadership strength, all these are available. Just a click of a button, you will be receiving frequencies like this. Then, of course, business, we want to make profit. So you can use prosperity. And what do you get? 432, stimulate creative thinking, give you lots of business ideas for you to actually consider and work on it. 528 is to dissolve your fear, okay, your lack of confidence, to shift your lack mentality. 11 hertz, okay, this is to rewire your limiting beliefs about money and success, okay? And the alpha will also help you to go into a flow state where you enjoy doing your business, enjoy growing your business, and then you get inspired ideas to actually solve problems or to do your marketing, etc., etc. Okay, then there is also under energy cycle, which is only available with the Obsidian version here. Boost abundance energy here, this corner here, the bottom corner. So what can you find inside? 396, to release guilt and fear. Sometimes we have guilt and fear about money, okay, or challenges that you had before, failures in business, and therefore the fear is holding you back. Okay, financial anxiety, if you are facing challenges, shift your mindset and allow you to take bold actions. Okay, yeah, the others I've mentioned before, so I won't repeat. 1 hertz, amplify your intention. Okay, reprogram limiting beliefs and then release your stress, fear, anxiety so that you will be daring to take actions. All right. Yes, then in the MagHealy, you have prosperity. You know, I've heard of several cases, and one of them, by running prosperity in the office, at home, they attracted a 7-figure contract. Okay. Yes, so it depends on your wealth channel. Okay, why is it that certain people attract more money, certain people less? It all depends on how open is your channel. So the more open you are, then the more you can receive. Okay, yeah, so to me, money is the best frequencies, because once you have money, it solves a lot of problems. Yeah, okay, yeah. So in the prosperity program here, you have 77 hertz. Okay, for intuition, decision making. 888 hertz for your financial success, attract wealth. And then 999 hertz for releasing old patterns. Yeah, so that you can have a breakthrough. Okay, 639. So it's not just like go, 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 go for the money and your intentions and all that. You see, there are also frequencies that help you to balance, which is the love as well. Okay, so that means while you are pursuing success, you balance it with the relationship of the people around you. All right, so there is always that ethics involved, there's the morality involved, and then loving the people at the same time. Okay, yeah, so here all the devices here is meant to create balance in your life and not a skewed kind of harmonization. Okay, all right, so how we perceive our reality is very subjective. Okay, so how do you perceive your energetic reality right now? Okay, is it one that is easy and smooth, or is it one that is full of ups and downs, challenging? You sabotage yourself, you still have a lot of limiting beliefs. Okay, yeah, so which one is it and which one do you want? Okay, so for me personally, I find that after I started using Healy and MagHealy, the journey has become easier, smoother, and yeah, so it brings a lot of happiness. There's more balance in terms of ambitions and relationships in my life. Okay, my family, my friends, and all that. So I'm actually embracing more balance and looking at all areas of my life instead of just being too focused in certain areas of my life. Okay, so when I encounter challenges, okay, I find that I could very easily find the correct programs to actually help me to smoothen the journey. All right, so it can either help you to go ahead Okay, or you can find that if there is a lagging or you feel lost, that means your energetic field is actually rather chaotic. Okay, so here I invite you to step into transformation, personal transformation and expansion using Healy and the MagHealy to harmonize your electric field, your magnetic field, okay, so that we grow as a person. All right, so because everything that is around you is actually attracted to your energetic field. All right, so if you want to attract clients, okay, that are higher in value, so your own energetic field must also rise to that level so that you can resonate. Okay, if you find that there are challenges in family relationship, friends, and all that, so it's because you are your field is distorted. So therefore, you know, a lot of things get tangled up. But once you make the correction and harmonization to the field, you'll find that things outside, the people outside you are changing. And people will say that, hey, the more I use Healy, I find that people treat me better. It's not that people treat you better, they're the same old people. It's because your field has been harmonized, okay? It affects them. Okay, it will also heal their field. And so therefore, when they are healed, okay, energetically, okay, so therefore there is a lot more harmony in your life. So when you do things, when you work with people, it's a lot easier, a lot smoother. Okay, so for those who are decided, so you can go back to the person who invites you to attend this particular session here. Okay, and let them know that you are ready to take the Healy or the MagHealy leap. All right, yeah. Okay, so it may seem like, wow, there's so many functions, you know, I'm lost. Okay, if you're not lost by now. Okay, yeah. So the main thing is get the device, learn how to operate and learn how to use it at the basic level first, and then come back to this space here at frequency network and slowly pick up other skills to do stunts. Okay, like when you learn Kung Fu, you start by all the basic steps, you know, just practice boxing the sandbag and all that, right? So every day you just go there and box, box, box. So when you are ready, okay, when your muscles are ready, then the master will then teach you all the different strokes in the Kung Fu. Then you will start to have fun. Okay, then you will find that, wow, everything is so nice. All right, so yeah, so don't worry. Okay, your friend will guide you in the usage step by step. There are so many different talks that has been organized that you can attend for beginners, for intermediates, and then for the advanced users. All right, okay. So it is good to have fun. Now, why are there so many devices? You know, can I just have this and not the other and all that? So each of the device here is operating at different levels. Okay, yeah. So it's helping you in different ways. For example, the electrodes. So when you're using electrodes, okay, microcurrent, it will go into the cell and it will increase the electricity in your body. All right, so it's direct and then you can feel it. Then you have the coil. Okay, and then you have the best of both. So this Healy wave is actually electromagnetic wave, and then the MagHealy is the magnetic field. The Healy coil here is actually your magnetic quantum field. And then when you use the blue app with the analysis and all that, we are actually analyzing the information field and making the correction at the information field level. So there are so many layers energetically for a person. There are so many energetic levels here. So each level here has a specific role to play, and together they create the synergy. It makes it complete. All right. So it's just like, okay, can you choose between eating, sleeping, okay, playing, working? Can't. You can't have one or the other. You need all of them in your life, okay, because they are for different purpose. Some is for biology, some is for physical, some is for your mental health, and certain parts is for your spiritual dimension. So there are so many layers, all right? So therefore, all of these together, it is that same ecosystem. They are performing different functions, okay? So even the programs in the Healy and the programs in the MagHealy, yes, there are some overlaps, okay, but majority of it are different functions, and then the frequency range are totally different, although the name of the program may be the same, but they have different functions, okay? So for those who have invited your friends to attend the session today, I thank you very much. Okay, so for those who wants to continue to share with your friends, so once you get the link in the YouTube, you can continue to share this with your friends so that they have time to watch and digest. Okay, so yeah, so if you cannot understand everything, it doesn't matter. Take your time, but take the first step. Okay, take the first step. I think that is very important. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop the recording.